Hey, what's happening, everybody? Here we are. You know us, familiar faces, or at least familiar voices if you're listening on the podcast. Great to have you all back again. Hey, maybe you've never joined us in here. Maybe you're shy. Maybe you're scared. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Come on into the Zoom room and hang out with us. Are you man enough? Are you woman enough? Are you, I don't know, something else? Who knows? Anyway, no matter what kind of an individual you are, if you're in the glass business, you're welcome here. So come on in the Facebook group. I post a link. You can just click on that link. It'll bring you on into the room here on Zoom, and you can be part of the conversation. Or you can do like Dana does. You can hang out in the Facebook group and just make comments. It's kind of fun. I kind of like that. But yeah, so all that to say, glad you're here. You know, we were chatting a little bit before we started the live stream, and Bill Dobman, as usual, has some great ideas for topics. And he was talking about, well, why don't you tell us what you were talking about, Bill?
First of all, I've never seen Brian without his hat on. I'm just shocked. So wait a second.
Wow, he's got plenty of hair.
There we go.
Yeah, what you trying to hide, man?
You're muted, Brian.
Not too much hair on the top.
Not so much hair after all, huh?
Nah, it's all an illusion.
Hey, so what I was telling Chris before is that just before this came on, we had lost internet. And it just started making me think about how much our businesses have grown, where you start depending on everything that's online. Whether you're ordering something, you're using a estimating tool, something like Jim Evans' tool, and you're trying to do an estimate for a customer and you can't connect online, or you're using QuickBooks to a cloud-based server and you can't connect. It basically cripples you until you're back on. So be an interesting topic. What do you do to either be able to run your business offline and still upload the information? Or do you have other kind of backups that you use in the case that, like in our case, in a hurricane, we could have been offline for 2 weeks. You know, that's really bad. But, you know, I know when I was up north and I had an ice storm and the lines went down, we were out of service for a while. So, and I don't know how many guys run their business with online services, whether it's estimating, some of like Smart Bid or Bid Clips, where it's an online tool. But what happens when you have no service? Either their server is down or your connection is down. How many guys are running their business just using Smart Clips, and what happened, Smart Bid, and what happens when that's down? Are you out of sales, or do you have another option?
Great question. What do you guys do?
Well, I have my own system I price out, so I don't use the internet for pricing stuff.
Do you use the internet for much of anything, Tim?
Oh yeah, I send bids out or quotes out on it, but as far as pricing, I have my own Excel spreadsheet worked out where I can punch any number in and come up with a price.
How about your accounting software? Is it in-house? In other words, do you run
it's in-house.
It's okay. So you're not a cloud-based.
No.
So where do you keep your backups just in case your computer crashes?
I do on my stuff, I do a thumb drive and copy everything I have, and out front it's on a thumb drive too. They can back it up on. That's separate from my computer. It has nothing to do with accounting.
How often are you doing your backup on your thumb drive? Like once a week, every day?
You know, my brother takes care of that end of it, and he uses a laptop, and then he puts it on a thumb drive and brings it over here and puts it back into our computer, and so it's always, you know, backed up on a thumb drive.
Nice. Yeah.
How about the other guys? Somebody like, I'm just trying to see. I think I see Shannon just came on. Shannon, you use big clips, don't you?
No.
No.
We have a homegrown system, kind of homegrown. It is online. Yeah. It's all online, and our phones are VoIP. I mean, we had a situation where the office was down for about a week, and I only live 8 miles away, but we were up, so moved everybody to my dining room table. Otherwise, I used to have a backup Excel spreadsheet that I could do like some calculations, but I haven't updated that in a long time, and it's gotten a lot more complicated. Everything gets more complicated, and you kind of lose those backups. Yeah.
Well, Billy, when I was at your place, aren't you running like an Outlook calendar for all your appointments?
Appointments are just Excel based, but we have a server that, backs up all our stuff. So everything's backed up directly to our server if anything goes down.
In-house though, right?
Yes.
So I know your location. If you experience flooding and you lost your server, do you lose your information?
Our server we'd have to be 20 feet underwater for the server to get access. That was part of the addition. When I put on the addition, I moved everything high enough to where it couldn't be accessed. If we flood that much, we're just gonna.
You got bigger problems, right?
Yeah.
We've done 6 to 8 feet, but if we go 20, I think it's time to call it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you're right.
You won't be installing any shower doors.
That's the least. That'd be the least of your worries.
Yeah, but it's a good question. I mean, just losing, internet access, and I know for me, like a big part of my competitiveness, I guess, is that I can show up on a job site and I have my iPad Pro, and I can connect and do my estimating right on site. Use Showers Online, so I can just kind of plug everything right in there. And then Showers Online will give me kind of a rendering of what the shower is going to look like. It'll give me all the pricing. And then that allows me to just make the sale right there on site, which is really, really cool. But the thing is, I can't always connect. And it's, if I'm not connected to the internet, it doesn't work. So a lot of times I'm out of range. I have AT&T. AT&T, everybody knows they suck. And so you can't really connect a lot of the times. And then, a lot of times I'll get in there and I'll just ask for permission to get on their Wi-Fi network, which they're usually happy to give you if they know their password. But sometimes just that connection's not happening, and I have to go Stone Age and get out my pencil, and I've got some paper and maybe a straight edge, if I'm really rocking it that day, and draw it all up by hand, the old fashioned way, and use my little arrows to point which direction things are out of square and stuff. Oh my gosh, when that happens, I feel
but you can still do it. But
I can still do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were running your class and showing guys how to run the software, do you teach them old school first so they understand it and have that basic knowledge, or are they learning it just straight of what you're showing them online?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the first class. I think that's unit 1 is layout, and measuring and layout, and how to do it, how to draw a picture of a shower door, and how to draw, outages and stuff like that. I mean, it's really important to be able to do that, because you can't connect to the internet. Like I say, I mean, you have to draw it up. You want to be able to draw a picture that you're going to understand what you meant when you drew it, but also something that you can give to somebody else, and they can see, okay, this is how the outages are and stuff like that. It's really important to be able to do that and to be able to write neatly so that your numbers are legible, and stuff like that. You can see which way the door's, hinging and,
Yeah.
What is this class, Chris?
It's called
I don't-
Slick. Have you ever heard of Slick? It's the Shower Layout and Installation Clinic. And you can sign up for that at glassgadget.com. And I've got some students here and there who sign up for this thing. And each month it's a different unit. There's 12 different units. And you can sign up for it. And it's a subscription thing. And you can come to my monthly online class that I do. And yeah, each month it's a different area of the shower door. This is I show some of my tricks and secrets, for how to do stuff by yourself. That's pretty much just almost impossible. Oh yeah.
How does someone show up in the middle? If it's like, they don't build on each other, or you could,
No, you can start anywhere. I mean,
on video then?
Yeah, there are videos. There are a number of videos. I don't know if there's anybody here who's ever been in the Slick system, but it's pretty cool. So you can just go to glassgadget.com and you'll see it right there. It's called Slick, SLIC, Shower Layout and Installation Clinic. And you can sign up for it and learn all my secrets. And you got to promise not to tell anybody.
NDA, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So Bill, your question brings up actually something on a broader scale, which you've already been through recently, which is a disaster preparedness plan. So maybe internet outage is part of that disaster preparedness plan, as well as in your case and maybe Billy's and a lot of other people who are in low-lying areas, potential for floods. Where do you put your stuff? Do you put it up above a certain line, or all good things to think about in a disaster preparedness plan? Some people may not think about internet outage and all the ramifications of that.
Oh, absolutely. You think about the guys in California have fires, and that could have been very, very bad, or earthquakes, all sorts of potential disasters. I mean, during the hurricane, I actually had to go out to my truck and use OnStar, which is a satellite link, and use the truck's hotspot to get any kind of internet connection, because we have Comcast and Xfinity. They were both out. CenturyLink was out. So the only way to connect to the internet was through satellite. So I saw Tesla just came out with this thing called Starlink, which is an impressive device, and it's only $100 a month, and you lease it, and you never have to worry about outages. But I think what you do have to worry about is the lithium batteries catching on fire. That sucks.
That's when that happens. So.
Yeah, that's not good.
And they don't just burn, man. They burn like toxic, crazy.
And they're toxic fumes. I saw one that got salt water, I guess, does an unbelievable damage to them, and it starts them to ignite. You can't put it out. They had a Tesla up on a tow truck and it started on fire. And it took like 7 hours for that thing to stop burning. And the fire department was pouring water.
Their recommendation for those, just let them burn.
Yeah.
Because
there you go. There's a fireman right there.
Each battery pack has multiple batteries in it. So once you put one out, the other one catches on fire.
Yeah.
It's just a cycle. So their recommendation is just let it burn.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The value is shot at that point anyway, because the battery is most of the cost of the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just get away from it.
If this Starlink, which is their satellite connection to the internet, has lithium batteries, I'd be scared to put it in my house. I guess you could store it outside. I don't know.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Or maybe the community could have it. And I think each Starlink can get 1,000 users.
I heard that.
So it'd be a pretty cool investment for a community to get and share it. And just store it somewhere in a concrete building.
Yeah.
Out of the swimming pool area or something. But You know, we are so dependent on internet. I see Eliban on here, and I know he manufactures, and a lot of the machines, you have to network them so that you're sending your optimizations and cut sizes out to the tables. That's generally in-house, but if you have to connect to the vendor at all through the internet, you're sunk. Eliban, did you experience any of those?
Yeah, we
outages yet?
that all the time. So we have an IT person in house that helps us with all of those things, but especially the CNC machines, you send the optimizations there, and if the power goes out, then you have two options. Option number one, have your technicians trained so they can input everything by hand,
Yeah.
or pretty much export the files through an USB, and then that way uploading them. But yeah, we are really dependent on the internet.
Yeah. And we talked about a disaster plan. That's just another thing that you have to consider as you're building out or whatever you get into. I know some of these companies are very, very into QuickBooks Online or in the cloud. And that's a scary thought too. You can't retrieve documents, you can't upload documents, you can't write checks. I guess you can, but it's not being registered.
Yeah.
So, scary thought that you think that you're crippled when the internet goes down.
Yeah, but it's there's so little that you can do anymore, without the internet. And it's like, how, is your customer able to do
Right.
business or have you come over, can he open the gate
Yep.
without the internet? So it's like, it's crazy. But for me, it's those little intermittent times. Like I'm talking about, like being out on a job site where I'm wanting to use my technology, and if I can't connect, like, do I have a backup system to where I can at least go ahead and get the information that I need and collect that and get out of there with it. It's a lot harder to make the sale, Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I leave there with the check.
Sure. So if you're using your iPad, all your layouts and all your pricing is already downloaded. You don't really have to get that off the internet. That's already loaded on your iPad, correct?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No. So I'm connecting to Showers Online. I'm connecting to their servers in LA, and all that information comes from there. I probably know well enough what the pricing is to where I just kind of ballpark it.
Yeah.
But
how many guys here know, guys or girls, or how many shower door professionals from the top of their head know their pricing? Enough where if you didn't have to get online, you still know what the pricing is.
Shannon's saying no way.
No way, never.
Before this,
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I did.
I do.
You go back a year ago, I did. I felt very comfortable pricing everything off the top of my head, and now it's just too dangerous for me now.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
And Billy, why is that? Because of the glass prices fluctuation or labor or both?
Mostly glass prices. The labor is I control the labor, so I keep that mentally. But I always used to say that my dad was the most dangerous guy in the building when it came to pricing, because he would price things mentally, and he's been in the glass business for 45 years.
Yeah.
I've become one of the most dangerous guys in the building when it comes to throwing out pricing, because I've been in it for 20 and the prices are, so much different. So that's been the worry over the last 6+ months, is I no longer price anything verbally without something to back it up. It's kind of a bummer, because I did it a lot, to be honest.
Billy, I'm in the same boat. I'm forbidden to give pricing now. Forbidden.
I mean, I stood in your building, Bill, and you asked me, what does this shower cost you? What do you sell it for? And I was within, $50 of what it made sense to do. And I could do that mentally, but that's been a year ago,
Right.
So it doesn't compute anymore.
Things change. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to all that. I mean, I could say the same thing. There was a time when I could just really, I would just walk in and say, okay, it's going to be this much, and now it's like, yeah, kind of flying blind. I get billing from vendors and be like, oh, wow, I'm paying that much for this now.
Mhm.
But the great thing about using, the tools that I do is that the computer is calculating all that. So it's just figuring it out. It's adding everything in, and it works pretty well.
So Chris, I got a question for you. When you order your glass and you got a door that's 3/8 out of square, does your glass supplier charge you to cut the glass out of square?
Yes.
Okay.
Some
do, some don't.
But it's just a few bucks, I mean, it's just like one of those, like again, in Showers Online, every one of those little details is kind of a line item that you just add in. And then, so as you're doing that, in the program, it's adding it all up. But every little thing, every little outage, every little notch, every little hole, whatever, there's a specific price for it.
They have a simple out of square, 1 square corner, and then they have a complex out of square.
That's right. Yeah. There's a notch, and then there's a polished notch,
Yeah.
And all that, and inside corners, those are all hand polished, of course.
So that if you're doing clamps and they're exposed, you want it polished, but if it's going in channel, you don't need to have that. Is that
right?
The rationale?
But even like in Showers Online, even if you're going in channels, those edges are still all polished, just because you want that exact straight line, that you get from a polished edge.
Sure.
So.
As someone who also purchases glass, I'll say that I think it's also volume based. If you're buying enough glass, I don't think the out of squares are part of your equation. I learned that as we progressed from doing, a couple showers a week to doing a lot more. Manufacturers were much more open to not charging for out of square cuts.
So Billy, do you think that whoever you're buying from has different price lists for different size companies? And you're on
Absolutely.
You're on a price list based on the volume you're doing, that out of squares aren't charged and certain things are not charged only because
Absolutely.
of the volume? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I do.
Which is interesting because it makes it harder for the smaller guy to compete with the bigger guy. And so the bigger guy gets more jobs and the smaller guy gets less jobs because of the pricing, if you want to go that way.
But if you go that way, the bigger guys also got a lot more overhead. So your margins are different, so it kind of plays against each other all the way around.
Fair point.
Yeah, like somebody doing that at their own garage. I mean, they don't have overhead, so they could think, oh, how much money I want to make today, and then just add that, and they're happy. Us, we got building, employees, bringing taxes. We got all this stuff, and for us, yeah, it's different. Well, hi guys, what's up?
Hey, Adrian.
I came in a little late.
I got your reservation.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I told my brother about it. I got it. And then Billy got us for what? Top Golf?
Yep.
Yeah. We had a sales rep came in today from HMI, and he goes, yeah, you guys going? I'm like, what? I had no idea. And then he showed me the list. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going.
Well, you gotta let Billy know because he's only got so many guys.
No, hey, the fair warning, the list that guy has was people from the Zoom call. That was not people that are showing up. So I was waiting to hear back from everybody after last week. I haven't heard back from everybody. So if you're going, I guess I need to know now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
There's
this he showed me. Yeah, he sent me a text message, and yeah, it's there. So I'm down.
Okay.
In case you guys get to the restaurant early, our flight just got changed this morning, so we're not getting to Vegas till 5 o'clock. So now it's getting cut. I was supposed to be in at 1. Now it's 5. So
what day is it? Is this on Monday?
Monday.
What time is the
dinner? Is 7.
Sure.
Gosh, that's going to be cutting a little close, huh?
Yeah, me too. I'm going to cut a loose close to myself.
Maybe we should make it a little bit later. Maybe we should think more like 8.
I don't know. I got a table of 15 right now, so I don't know if I can push it. I can call. I think Keith's going Sunday, and I think Max and somebody else, Melanie. So they can get the table, and we'll just show up when we show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
be
be
gonna be there
8
for a
o'clock.
couple of hours, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Billy.
8
you're
o'clock is
going-
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we'll be in on Sunday, Bill, so we can take care of that. But don't push it back too much because we're meeting dinner like East Coast time. It's gonna be like midnight.
Yeah.
Don't push it back too far.
I don't want to
I'll be
push it
asleep.
back.
I did hear that Jim is paying though.
Yeah, Jim's fan. Oh, hey, thanks for showing up, Jim. We
Oh,
were just talking
sure,
about you.
sure.
Weird. My credit card says Bill Dobman, Jim Dobman on it, I think. So good.
Did you
Sweet.
steal
I'll pay.
that? Check
I'll pay.
that out.
Let's do
Check
it.
out that facial.
You
Long
got, you're
time,
one of
Bill.
the.
Hey, I'm
So
so
you're
glad
gonna-
to see everybody.
You going to be there again, Jim?
Yeah, I'll be there. I have my my girls on Wednesday nights. That's why I haven't been able to be part of this meeting, but I'll hopefully with the shift I can attend it more through the winter. So excited to be at Glass Bill. Hopefully I get to see everybody. I hear there's some fun shenanigans going on and everyone's having a good time, and Vegas is always a fun time. So I'm excited to see everybody and come see me at my booth, and love to hear about your business and challenges and wins and just a high five or a hug. So happy to be back.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Keith
Hey,
just
Bill, did I
texted
get on
me.
your list?
What was that?
Yeah, you better. How many guys, Tim?
Just me.
Just
one.
you?
It's me.
When I get off the call, I'll call there. I'll see if I can add some more to the table. I think Dana, was it Dana or was it Bob Duggan wanted to go? If they're listening, please inbox me. I can't remember who it was. Keith just said that he still doesn't have internet, but he wants to say hi to everybody.
Aw,
What's up, Keith?
that's nice.
Well,
Tell him we said hi.
All right.
Yeah, Dana's in the Facebook group watching and posting stuff. He was just saying that 2 cases of mirror in June was $6,000, and 2 weeks ago they paid $9,000.
Wow.
So that's a pretty good little increase.
Exactly why I can't price stuff anymore.
Right?
Wow.
Exactly why.
Well, my diesel went from 490 to 519 in 2 days also. So I mean,
2 days.
that's going to get passed down pretty quick, everyone.
Yep.
So I can only drive about a block and then I'm done. So it's bicycle the rest of the way.
We're lucky you don't have one of those electric cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Those coal burning cars.
No, Jim still's got his bicycle. I watched that video.
I do. It's hard for really big applications, but the balance, I'm getting really good at balancing. So,
You do have a basket on there, right?
oh yeah. Basket. Yeah.
All right.
It's elongated.
Little ringer bell.
Yep. Oh yeah. Have to have it.
All right, good.
Put the levels out to the side for your balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get one of those. Like out here, we have these surfboard racks. I don't, you see those all the time. People riding a bicycle, they've got their surfboard, so you can carry some glass like that, I'm sure.
Sounds like you need to add that to the website, Chris. The bicycle
Absolutely.
glass rack.
Yeah.
Surfboard / glass rack.
Glass gadget.
That's right.
Glass gadget.
How about a glass surfboard? Yeah, I like it.
Ooh, there you go. Now you're thinking.
Looking to glass build.
You going, Eliban?
Yes, we'll be there.
Oh, good. Look us up. I'm only going to be there Tuesday on the floor.
Yeah, we'll be there Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, Wednesday, Thursday. So I won't see you. I'm flying back Wednesday. You're going with your dad going?
Yeah, he'll be there.
Good.
So what about Keith? Is he going to be hanging out all week or what?
Yeah, he's going Sunday. So yeah, he'll be around. I think him and Andrew are planning something. They're
I'll bet they are.
sneaky little guys.
We'll
Right?
be keeping an eye on those guys.
I think Max may actually be there now. I think their meeting or something got canceled. I think that's what Andrew said. Not sure. So maybe it's Andrew and Melanie. I'll double check with him.
Very good.
Billy, who you bringing from your group? I knew you were bringing somebody.
It's me and I guess you consider him like my on-site salesman, measure tech. He handles
Yeah.
a lot of our commercial accounts.
Yeah.
And also a buddy of mine that I grew up with, believe it or not. I hired him and he's been with us almost 10 years now. So kind of my right-hand man.
Good. Good. Oh, Adrian's just getting there at 7 p.m. Whoa. That may not work out too well.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So what else? What else? Who's got something? Who's got a question?
I'm trying to work. Dang it.
Oh, no.
I just see I'm looking at my flight right now, 7 o'clock. It was earlier. I don't know what happened.
What airline?
Southwest, I think. Yeah, Southwest.
Wow.
I reserved this thing a lot.
I don't mean to hijack, Adrian. If you guys are planning to come to Top Golf, how many people do you have with you?
2.
2 people? Okay.
Well, him and one, right? Adrian, it's you and one.
Yeah, me and one. So
Okay.
2 total.
2 total.
Yeah.
I have to be super careful for fire code stuff there. So we're like teetering on almost 40 people there now at this point. So
whoa.
Goodness.
Now there's going to be some reps there. Those of you who've gotten the invite, there are some other folks that are coming, but yeah, so it's not 40 from the Zoom call, but a lot of us are from the Zoom call, probably at least 25 to 30 people from the Zoom call. So,
wow,
so check it out. I don't know how to play golf, so I'm going to just throw it. Is that okay?
I don't know that I'll let you throw it. Here, catch this. So I planned it. I tore my hamstring 2 days ago. So I won't get to hit a golf ball either, most likely. So,
oh my God,
that's the way it goes.
And the reps aren't allowed to say anything except talk trash to everybody hitting the ball. That's about it. So that's the rule. showers, and making fun of Billy. That's the rules for the reps. So
yeah, I told Jim I'm just going to bring my putter game the whole time.
Hey, you could just hit all those points right in those first sections. You don't have to always go long.
Who needs 2 legs? Who needs 2 legs?
Billy, there's a nice pull up on the 3rd level there.
I'm gonna have to go get a massage or do something. It's gonna be rough.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my hockey stick. I'll be playing Happy Gilmore style.
There you go.
Yep.
Every time I've ever gone, the guy who's the worst at golf ends up winning. So if that makes you feel any bit better, it doesn't really matter how the ball goes as long as it goes.
Yeah, I probably can't even hit the ball, so hopefully.
No big deal.
When it comes to playing Top Golf, it's kind of like darts. Even if you suck, you can still throw the dart.
You'll eventually hit something.
It's easy.
And be aware, everybody, there will be food there. We're going to have a good bit of appetizers and food, and then every bay will have like a balance that they can order non-alcoholic drinks off of and some other appetizers and food if they want. So you can treat it as dinner. It's going to be 7 to 9 West Coast time, but there's going to be plenty of food there. So don't go to dinner and then come there unless you just really want to. There's going to be plenty of grub for everybody to eat. So
nice.
I'm bringing my tennis racket. Maybe I can get some
tennis racket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Vegas. So it'll be like lucky, lucky golf, baby. Yeah. So.
And if there's anybody else here that wants to join, let me know. Like I said, we're getting right at the numbers that they'll let us bring in. And I'm not the one who's controlled all the numbers, just saying. But if you do want to go, let me know, and we can see how close we get. So.
All right.
Sounds good. So what's the guys that are going to the show? What's the biggest interest or draw for you? Why are you going?
Me, I just want to see what's coming out to see if anything new is coming. I'm a very curious person, so I just want to go see.
So you're not looking to buy machinery or get into something different, like scratch?
Maybe I'm gonna go look for a new glass rack.
All right.
But maybe, I don't know.
How scratch removal system, digital printing, anything like that?
Probably not. I don't know.
We'll look.
I'm gonna just look and see what I can spend. I don't know.
I just bought a scratch removal. I guess I should have waited. I didn't even think about that. That was kind of dumb.
Say that again, Steve.
I said I just bought a glass weld scratch removal, and I guess I should have waited. I didn't even think about that.
You got show price.
They'll be there. You could say, well, I need some of that polishing stuff. Just
Right. For
I can
sure.
take it back with me, whatever case.
Right.
but-
Right.
If you bought it without your training, they'll give you a training right there.
Oh, that's good.
And it's
Yeah.
well worth it, because the guys that are inexperienced, you start putting fish eyes in it, and you can get the scratch out, but it looks terrible. They'll
Right.
train you how to do it so you don't get the fish eye.
Well, good. Good.
Do you guys get like scratch glass that much? You guys need to buy one? I mean, buy that thing?
Back
I mean,
up.
I know in our manufacturing plant, we do it. That's part of the quality control at the end. You know,
I can see from that point of view, but for me, I mean, if I get a scratch glass, I'm sending that thing back and I'm getting another one. I'm not gonna spend, time taking it out. I mean,
Well, I bought mine because a lot of these giant panels I do, and I'd rather have that in the van, go inside, knock that scratch out, than have to replace a 300-pound panel. And
yeah.
Yeah, and Adrian, we used to work with the vendors too to just get offered to the customer, say, hey, here's the small scratch. I can try to remove it, give you a little bit of a discount, and then it's a win for the vendor, win for the customer. That's an option. They can say no, return it. Then they don't have to wait 4 to 6 more weeks to get their glass. So that's an option if you're looking for a in between. That way you're being transparent, you're being honest that, hey, we have a scratch. Here are our options, and let the customer decide. So that's another way to do it.
Yeah, it's a lot better than taking a panel out that's 3 floors up. After you put it in, you're washing it, and then you realize there's a scratch in it.
Mhm.
I have a full-time shop guy. He checks all my glass before it comes off the truck. Doesn't look good, checks it, and I get another piece. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't
I've never scratched my own glass before either, so got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
No, there's guys that make a business out of that. I mean, that's all they do is scratch removals, because some of the high-end houses, their outdoor windows are very expensive,
Yeah.
and they'll pay you to get the scratch removal. So it's a side thing. It's well worth it if you get somebody that's good.
Mhm.
And if you're doing
It's also
mirrors,
for those-
same thing.
We did a lot of homes up in the Yellowstone Club in Bozeman, Montana. They have a lot of times the big like gelled ones, a lot of scratch and stuff, and then that's another line of income. They'll call me and I'd go up to the glass weld system and buff them out, because it really takes the glare out, so you can't see them, and that especially that far away. So for a lot of you in the higher end industries and stuff, it paid for itself tenfold on tempered glass doors, wood aluminum clad windows too, for those of you doing more than showers.
Yeah.
I think every glass shop should have a glass weld system, and auto glass, it's great for buffing out, little blemishes, etc.
You do a
And
really nice.
Derek and those guys are great. They're so easy to work with. It's so nice to get training from them. They have a great warranty. You send stuff back. So
Just think about it. You got a bent glass unit, and the cleaning crew came in and they got a razor blade with a little burr on it, and they caused it. Now, what are you going to do? Reorder glass, or just buff it out and charge the cleaning crew? The builder would be thrilled with you. They don't want you to have to replace that glass.
mhm.
Well, the builder's going to tell you that you put it in that way.
Yeah. Everyone points fingers and ends up with the glass guy. Last one in the glass person. Last one in the house always gets the blame.
Always.
Not the clean.
I'm looking for.
Rusty razor blade that's cleaned 12 windows already.
It's almost like you got to hire a tile guy too on your staff, because every time the tile's off, it's your fault too.
And a framer to re-level all the walls, and finish carpenter, look for the
And a
bullnose,
plumber. And a plumber.
Yeah, you should just have it all there. Just you never know when you need it.
Just get a general contractor license.
I'm really looking forward to the Glazers Executive Forum and that economic forecast. I'm excited to see that guy pretty much nailed it last time. I'm excited to see what the outlook looks like for this next year. So I thought that was really cool. If you guys didn't attend that, I would look into it. It's really good.
Yeah, I went to that one. It was really good.
I think they publish it online after the fact, all right? You have access to it?
I think so. Yeah, I think you can do that too. It's on Monday. A lot of people aren't coming in early enough to attend it. Or not Monday, I'm sorry, it's on Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesday.
Yeah. But it's worth it if you have the budget and you're able to go.
Chris, you going to be speaking? Did they ask you yet?
No,
No.
no. I guess they figure I talk enough.
You can come speak in my booth. Say whatever
Okay.
you want. I'll get you a microphone. We'll do karaoke.
All right.
Whatever you want.
You have to buy me dinner.
Done. I got Dobbin's card. We can buy whatever we want in Vegas.
There we go.
It's a write-off.
At least like a Subway sandwich or something.
Yep.
man. Come
It's a
on.
write-off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, it's a deal. Everybody show up there.
Well, Tuesday, first thing is the installers committee, NGA. You involved in that, Chris?
I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I haven't been invited
Yeah.
to anything. I'm off the radar, flying low.
That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
It's just listed on the schedule from the,
Well, who's running it?
I don't know. Said, starts at 8:00. It's listed under the executive forum. And first thing is update from the installing committee. That's all it says.
Shower door installers or just installers like
Just
curtain wall?
install committee.
That's all it says.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's all encompassing, just a general update, each area.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
I like to show up just to like see everybody. Like, there's a lot of people that I haven't actually ever met in person, so it's like every time I get to go there, I get to meet people who I've never met in person before. It's awesome. I just love that part of it. I love the community part of it. It's fun to see what's going on and what's new, and there's new technology. I love tools and gadgets and stuff like that. So,
Same here.
yeah, new technology is always something that I'm interested in. But especially just hanging out with people. I mean, for me, it's like, that's what really it's all about, is it's the people. So,
I think I'm on the same line with you. That's why I'm going to look at the gadgets and really just connections.
Yeah.
Meet you guys in person and hang out and all that kind of stuff. So,
it's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
good time.
It's very, very relationship based. I've found that going to glass shows, because it's not something we did when I was younger. The relationships you build there are pretty legitimate. You can have dividends from that are greater than, I won't say purchasing, but it can be greater than, making a purchase while you're there. I've never been to a show on the West Coast either, so I'm excited about that. That's part of it. A little rejuvenation. I don't know if you guys have a lot of fun every day with what you do, but some days are not the funnest, and it gives you a little energy, gives you a little break. I found that that's one of the biggest things for me, is just kind of recharging the batteries with other people that are like-minded and, enjoy doing what we do instead of just a monotonous day to day. So that's a big part of it for us.
Absolutely. Me too. Bounce the ideas off some of the more successful folks, and it kind of gets you recharged and, more of a kind of lights the fire again when you get back home. So
It does. And I'll tell you, if you guys haven't met Max Perlstein, make sure you do. The guy's a wealth of knowledge. There's going to be times somewhere that you're going to need something, and this guy's like the human encyclopedia that knows everybody. And he'll make personal introductions for you. He's just a guy that you need to know. Everyone calls him the voice of the glass industry, and he truly is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Max is the man. He is just the coolest guy, and just the most down to earth, like humble, really a humble guy. But he's introduced me to so many people. I mean, I have to give him credit for, a lot of the success that I've had in the industry has been due to just Max, is kind of taking me under his wing and stuff. So he's been kind of a mentor to me, and just a wonderful guy. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Max.
It's impossible to say anything bad about Max.
Right?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't be afraid to go up and talk to him. If you see him at the show, go up and talk to him, and he'll remember who you are the next time. If it's 10 years from now, Max will remember you. So he's awesome guy.
Yeah. Once you tell him what city or what area you're in, he'll tell you who your vendor is, who it needs to be, and who your competitors are. He's amazing. He's amazing. The other guy you should see is Don Freeze and DJ. FHC, he was the owner of CR Lawrence, another great guy, but he just loves going to the show and meeting glaziers. He's another guy you've got to introduce yourself to. He's really good, really
He'll
good.
be sitting at his round table.
Yeah. With his suspenders on.
I like to refer to him as the Godfather. That's what he reminds me of, sitting in his booth at his
What
table. The Godfather.
Yeah.
He is like the
Doesn't-
godfather of the glass
doesn't-
industry, man.
He is.
Doesn't have
He
to
really
be there.
is.
Does not have to be there, but he chooses to be there. He could be anywhere else in the world.
Right.
That guy's got quite a story, man. I mean, if you haven't heard Don's story, you need to hear it. It's pretty freaking incredible, man. Really an inspirational guy.
Yeah. And humble as they come, and he just wants to help glaziers. If you're in a bind and you need something, you got to talk to Don, or DJ's becoming the same way. DJ's an awesome kid. That's his son, Don Jr.
Wow. I don't think I've met him, actually.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, he's a great kid. Great kid.
Have to. Yeah.
And Danny Donahue will be there.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Danny too. You know, Danny is another guy who's like just a wealth of information and just willing to help out and just share, you know, what he knows, and it's always giving back to the industry.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was over in the on the Facebook page. Dana was asking if we're going to do this meeting next Wednesday. I've been thinking about that. It's like, yeah, I think we'll do it. I mean, I don't know how we'll do it exactly, but I think I'll go ahead and like do a live stream, and it may not be a Zoom call, but maybe we'll just kind of be in the same room Wednesday night. We'll see how that pans out. I'll definitely do some live streams. I'll probably just do a series of just like spur of the moment. You know, if I run into somebody, just live stream it Facebook. And
is there a member here that has a shop in Vegas? Maybe we go and what do you call it? Go have it in his shop.
I don't know. I don't know of anybody here from in the group from Vegas. But Vegas is actually like, that's my kind of my hometown. That's where I grew up. That's where I did my apprenticeship. And so
didn't your dad have a shop there, Chris? If I remember from the
well, just for like about 10 minutes, you know.
Oh, okay.
He tried it for a minute. Some guys talked him into it. It was called Rainbow Glass. And that didn't work.
That's something that would be in California.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. That was back when rainbows were still just rainbows, you know.
If he was out in 10 minutes, he's smarter than most of us.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but yeah, everybody, you know, knew him and stuff. And so I don't know, it'll be interesting to get I'll be curious to see who I run into you know, there. But some people if there are some people I know who show up from Vegas. If you're watching out there and you're from Vegas, hope to see you there.
Invade.
Yeah.
So there is one thing that I'll be looking for again. I've been looking for years, is some hardware that we could fabricate our own semi-frameless sliders and things like that. Every time I try and price it out, it's just so cheap. Really, it doesn't seem like it, but it's so cheap from the vendors when I look at buying hardware and then adding my glass. I mean, I might as well buy it from the vendors. So I don't know if you guys have any recommendations or anything, but I've been looking for years.
We'll talk. Remind me.
Yeah. Well, because you don't
I'm
do
interested too.
frameless, right, Bill? You got out of it?
Depends what your definition of that is.
Yeah, just 1/4 inch, just to keep the price down, and you know, maybe it's got a full header and
yeah. I don't do anything 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
3/8, but still with a header.
Do that still?
Say that again.
Cardinal, they have a slider system, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. I can buy from Agalite, Cardinal, Coastal. I mean, there's any number of people that I can buy whole kits from, whole glass included. But if I want to fabricate my own glass and I just want to buy the hardware, they sell the hardware so high, it's like you might as well. I mean, it's like they throw the glass in for free. So it just doesn't make it worthwhile. But I'd like to, unless you buy container loads, from China, and I'm not there. So just
Yeah,
a
when you
tough
order
spot to
KD,
be
they
in.
don't give you a break.
Shannon, remind me to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Might have an option.
Okay.
Cool. Bill knows stuff. He knows stuff.
Knows stuff, did stuff.
We'll be
Yeah.
looking at
But it's
orange
Vegas.
lighters.
But it's Vegas. I can't tell people.
Oh. I won't talk about it afterwards.
There you go.
Bill, you need to bring your mustache back. Put your big 50-gallon hat on. We need to go down to
Yeah, really.
Golden Nugget and Fremont area together and go 70s style. That should be next time there. We should all do the shower door 70s gathering. Is what we should do.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Snakeskin boots, just
So-
dial
sounds
it all
like-
up.
Sounds like something Keith would do.
Now we used to go as a kid to glass build when I was little, and it's so fun for about 2 days. Then day 3, day 4, we used to be there for like the whole 4 or 5. It was just, Chris knows growing up, there's just ding, ding, ding. They're just done with it, just so done. So
Ready to go.
I'm excited for the first 48 hours, and then you guys won't see me much. I'll be in my room reading.
But you're exhibiting, right?
Jim?
Yeah, we have a booth. Yeah, so we'll be 8107, I think. So yeah, come see me and let me know how your year's going and challenges you're seeing. I love learning about everything going on.
Is the layout going to be similar to Atlanta? So you'll be up near the front entrance? How you're
No, it's
against
kind
that
of all
wall?
over.
Yeah.
No, we get moved around. Because we're cheap. We don't, we're still growing the company, so we don't get the luxury of the, big booths. So, but yeah, we're not in a bad spot.
Right.
We're at the mercy of whatever we had when we signed up. So, but we're good.
You
People
had a-
find us. I have putty greens. We have fun. We make it exciting.
You had a great spot in Atlanta. Great spot.
We did. Yeah, we did. I'm happy about this spot now. Yeah, I think
Good.
it's going to be fine. But most people are going to come find us and my clients and stuff. And we're never, that picky about it. So hopefully all of you will stop by and check us out.
I'll be hanging out there the whole time. I'm just going to bring a chair.
You should,
One of those
please.
folding
That'd be
chairs.
awesome. I would
I'm
love
going to be
that.
posted up at big.
I should go get a karaoke machine, bring it down there, just
Yeah.
give away stuff. We'll figure it out. We do have a Big Clips golf, a putting green that I used to bring. You can putt for cash. That's always fun. It's Bid National, we call it. So we'll
I
see.
like it.
Yep. But at least come say hi. I definitely want to see everybody.
Do we know
What kind of candy will you have? Sorry.
The
Bananas. And
important
fruit,
stuff.
because the healthy things. Because you guys all need
Broccoli.
in Vegas, you need anything post hangover that will help. That's what I'll bring. It's Vegas. Yeah. So,
Big bowl of broccoli. Help yourself, man. It is, it's pretty close to Halloween, so there should be some treats, some candy corn or something, man. I don't know.
How about the rest of the guys here that we haven't heard from, like Sam or Vito? Are they going? Sam, no?
No, I'm not going.
No. Vidor? you going?
Unfortunately.
No. Brad? No. Brian, I know you said no.
What's that now?
I'm just wondering if you were going to glass build.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
You-
definitely.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
at the Top Golf.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
That's right, because Christina said a builder box or somebody was putting on a demonstration also.
yeah, it's Smart Builder.
Smart builder, yeah.
Yeah, and you were talking earlier about, what our plan would be if the internet went out and all that kind of stuff. And, you never know. Probably revert to some of my old ways of doing things, but they do have servers, I think, in New Zealand and in Texas. So, I'm not sure. But whether, these satellites, if anything ever happens to our satellite system, man, we're done for.
No kidding.
So who knows is that possible? I would think it is that, we could get into some kind of a deal where our future battles could be in space, blowing out satellites, and just think what that would do to your GPS and everything that we've been accustomed to, our phone systems.
Yeah,
everything.
That's right. Yeah, that's how it'll be in the future. Instead of like take it outside, it'll be like, okay, let's take it out in space. You and me out in space. We're gonna go duke it out.
There you go.
We're not gonna bother.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if that's could happen or not, because I just don't know. But I've thought about that because we're so dependent. Even our electrical grid's dependent on it, and our phone systems, everything.
it's scary. It really is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll tell you the positive side of it is I was bow hunting for elk in Wyoming. We have a ranch out there, like stepfather, and I had a Starlink satellite hooked to my truck, and I was able to work 3 straight days, which I would have normally not been able to even take the trip. And so the positive is, enjoy the tech while it's here, because I never thought there'd be a day that we'd be up in the top of the bighorns, working and quote and shower enclosures. So.
Well, it's funny you say it. We talked about Starlink before you logged on. So you have one, and it works.
I have two. They're awesome.
And they work well.
So you plug it in and you're good to go. It's a game changer. I just love it. I'm obviously a nerd, so I can talk to any of you about it. But yeah, for our area, it's so important. It's so nice. I mean, we can be working on a big home, put it up. You got access to everything you need. You don't have to worry about cell service. It's awesome. You just have to have a view of the sky.
Jim, what powers it?
Just an outlet. I run a 1,000-watt inverter in my van, and in my truck I have a 1-ton. I just run a inverter, and it powers it off the battery.
So none of the lithium batteries, right?
No, you plug it into the house. Yeah, it's just a satellite. Actually, hold on, give me a visual demonstration. Real quick, here it is. This is it here.
I'm gonna go grab it. Look at that.
It, huh? Wow.
Yep, you just stick this out on the grass. The other end goes to a white box. And Elon Musk, and I'll call it his brilliance. You literally, the instructions are take out of box, plug into wall, start internet. It's easy. You literally plug it in and set your password, and you're off and going. So
you don't have to point it at the satellite.
No, you sit outside, and then the power, it finds the satellite and stays with it throughout the day or the night.
It follows it for you. So so it actually will rotate.
Yeah, it rotates. It stays with the satellite. You have to have a view of wherever it is. Like when I'm on my boat, I have to get away from the trees and stuff from the marina, and then you have to have a view of the sky. You can't be inside or something. It has to be up on a roof. But they send you with like a 75-foot cord, and it runs off. This is the RV version. So the RV version is mobile. I can bring it anywhere I want. So for those of us in the boondocks, it's been a really cool game changer. I'm excited for some of these countries and stuff where they don't have access to internet, and this is a way to make it a little easier. I know they dropped a bunch of them in Ukraine and stuff. I think, it's just a different, it's a little glimpse of the future. I've always been a nerd since I was a kid, so it's kind of cool to see that.
During a hurricane, Elon Musk donated 300 of them to our county. Now, I was told that each one can accept up to 1,000 users.
Oh, they're fast. It's powerful. It's faster. I have 1 gig at my office. I have 1 gig, and that's faster. Like if I have really important meetings, I'll kick into Starlink and run it off Starlink. I trust it more.
Wow.
What kind of money? What kind of money is it?
I heard it was $100 a month.
It's $537 for the whole setup, and then it's $130 a month, but you can turn it off. So I only run mine during the summer times on the boat, and then a month during the hunting, and I turn it off for the winter.
So you're not paying.
But I pay $100. I pay $100, $110 for my home internet. So I could replace it if I wanted to.
Wow.
So it's cool. It's cool stuff.
Usage, just 100
limited usage. You just use it like internet. Yep, much as you want. Yep. And my roommate was running a test today because he's going back on this deep backcountry, overlanding trip, and he was running the kilowatts to see how long he could run on his car battery so he can keep working. They're going like way up in the mountains for like 2 weeks, and so he was running it, and yeah, he was pressing me, so he's downloading a bunch of stuff. He pushed it to its limit to see how much battery it would take, so he could determine how much fuel. He's a nerd. How much fuel it would take for his batteries in his overlanding truck. Yeah, and he was just impressed. So I can give you his number for the details. All I know is it worked well for the amount of energy usage. So
Good
yeah.
stuff. Okay, guys, until I see you at the show, I will say goodbye, but I'm hoping to see quite a few of you here. Tim and Shannon, I'll call as soon as we hang up and somehow send you an inbox, whether we can get the extra space.
Okay.
If not, try and call and get your own table and maybe get it joining to us. But I'm sure with enough notice, I can get in.
What's the time and location?
7 o'clock at Giada's restaurant. Giada De La Renta from the Food Network has a great restaurant. It's in the Cromwell Hotel, which I believe is across the street from Caesars and the Bellagio.
Awesome.
So it's right on the strip.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's awesome. If you've never eaten there
Can't wait.
before, it's amazing.
Can't
Good
wait.
stuff. They have a nice bakery there too. It's even better.
All right. Well, next Wednesday we'll be streaming live from somewhere in Vegas. So come around and check it out. We'll see. It'll be crazy. I don't know what's going to happen.
Bill, once I get my company card, we'll be giving away a Tesla at the Big Clips booth.
Awesome. A Starlink.
On my shower door.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
And a Starlink, whatever you guys want.
Let's make
Whatever
sure
you want.
Until we run out of credit.
We'll make sure Steve Nunn is there. He'll show us how to put the fires out.
Right. Yeah. Elon Musk is going to give it to you personally.
There you go.
He's going to autograph it.
I'll get you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Chris, remind me to tell you at the show about a story about Elon Musk.
Okay, I will.
You're gonna love it.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, thanks for showing
Bye,
up.
everybody.